guys, welcome back to the Tipsy Ghost. We are your tipsy hosts, Sarah, and Lindsay.
Hello.
Hey guys.
One of these times I need to remember to intro us as our drunk girl names.
Ooh, yes.
I've thought about that before.
You want
No,
test
next
drive
time.
it?
No, next time. Next time, I got
Nope.
this.
The moment's over.
Sorry. Sorry.
You know I need to practice.
I was giving you your chance to practice, but okay.
No, it needs to be. I'm going to commit next time.
Okay.
Anyways, what's new? What's new with you fools?
That just means that we have to drink a whole lot because we're recording an episode after this. So then we can be our drunk girl names.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm a full drink ahead of you guys, so
We're
you're
still
welcome.
down the Red's apple ale with some Fireball in it.
Yes.
Except Boydston. She's
I
drinking some wine.
switched over to some Cooper's Hawk wine.
That's okay.
What kind of wine are you drinking?
It's
Cooper's
Romance
Hawk.
Red.
Mm.
It's one of my favorites. It's a sweet red, of course. But I did a wine tasting at Cooper's Hawk recently, and so you get 8 wines that you taste. But they put us over in the corner, and it was a different person that came to bring us a wine every time. And there were 2 different times where they brought us the same wine because they didn't know that we had already just had it.
Right.
And I was with 2 other people, and we were just both like, let's just don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Right,
Don't make
of
eye
course
contact.
not.
But then
Oh,
I
this
of
is
course, with
delicious.
this awkward one, whenever they describe it, I was like, oh, really? Oh, that's after we just had it.
You were trying so hard.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. You were talking a lot. That's a sign.
When you have 10 wine
Yeah,
tastings.
there we go. There it is.
10 wine tastings. And then after that, we ate there.
Hmm.
Because their short rib risotto is to die for.
They have really good Brussels sprouts as their appetizer.
Okay.
Like, I know that
Get out of
sounds-
here with your
I
Brussels
know that
sprouts.
sounds really weird, but they are phenomenal Brussels
They're
sprouts.
just good all around. I really like them.
I'll take your word for it.
We'll order them when we go for our wine tasting.
Actually, I went there with one of the doctors one time, and
she got the Brussels sprouts.
she got the Brussels sprouts.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
I was with you. We
You
were
were
there
there?
together. Yes.
Oh.
My feelings. Oh my gosh.
I was not.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. I apologize.
That's okay.
Can we go with the 3 of us?
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to go.
I'm now a Wine of the Month Club member, so
You know, I'm surprised because I really wouldn't have tagged you as a wine person until, like, I mean, I know you like sweet wine, but
They've got
I
an
think you
amazing
only
variety.
like sweet wine.
I
right?
do.
Yes.
That's true.
She likes the alcoholic grape juice.
Yeah.
Speaking of grape juice, they have really good fruit wines,
Wait, is that different than grape wine?
Like what kind of fruit wine?
like passion fruit. It's basically a base
okay.
of wine, but then you add a bunch of fruit juice into it.
Oh,
Okay, so that makes it sweet.
The only non-sweet, but it's still kind of sweet that I like there is almond, which is their almond champagne.
It's like juice
That
box
sounds
for
disgusting.
adults.
Almond, it's like a like almond cookies that you get at Christmas,
Yeah, I know.
like
I know
almond
what you
wedding
mean.
cookies or something. Oh, it's
Never
so
been a
good.
I
huge
don't know
fan.
if I would want to drink that.
That sounds like maybe too much.
Like
Okay.
drinking cookies.
No, it doesn't.
But here I am drinking
Oh,
Red's
my
Apple Ale
goodness.
and Fireball, and it's like the sweetest thing ever.
Listen, it's very good. I'm a fan of Cooper's Hawk, and impulsively today, as of today, I am now a wine club member. So,
So
proud
what
of
do you
you.
get for the wine club membership?
you get
What are your perks?
2 bottles a month,
Ooh.
and then 10% off of carryout, dine-in, and 10% off of bottles.
Do you pick the bottles that you get a month, or do they send
Yeah,
them
so they
randomly?
have like a wine of the month that they try and push. But being in the sweet wine club, a lot of those
Oh, you
monthly
can pick
bottles.
a sweet wine?
Yeah,
club?
you
Oh.
pick variety, red, white, or sweet.
Oh my goodness, this
That's
is
perfect
perfect
for
for
you.
you.
Yeah, so I pick sweet, but a lot of the monthly wines are not so sweet, so you get kind of an option of you just choose whatever wine you want. And you can, like, if you do like the regular one, if you're in the Red Club member, you can forego whatever the monthly one is and just choose something from their list.
Interesting.
I'm now an expert.
I was going to say, this sounds like you're selling it, but
She's
okay.
like
I'm
sitting
here
there
for you.
smelling her wine, like, I
smell
smell
the
almond cookies.
Whenever I popped, or Mike opened it for me and he smelled the cork, I was like, no, you're actually not supposed to smell the cork. He's like, since when are you an expert?
Since today,
It was
I don't
since
know
I'm a
if
last
you-
night.
wine monthly member.
I've been Googling some
monthly.
strange things. So last night I Googled stuff about wine, and then I
Oh,
also
gosh.
Googled stuff about cat whiskers.
Oh.
Why?
So cat whiskers are as
I don't
long...
need to know why. I want to know why you Googled it.
Aren't you just curious about things sometimes?
I mean,
Do you know who
I
you're
probably have a
talking to?
weird search history, too. It's fine.
You of all people should not judge me on my Googling.
Like
but
Google is messed
this is
up.
very important. Cat whiskers are as long as the cat is wide because it's their little sensors on how they know if they can fit into a small space.
What if they lose weight?
Then their whiskers
Shrink?
I think so. I know if they gain weight, they get longer.
Just watch their whiskers growing and shrinking.
So if they're
The
curious,
cat needs to lose some weight, honey. Their whiskers are getting long.
that's where Caesar's at. But if they're curious, their whiskers are all forward, and if they're scared, their whiskers go back.
So why did you Google this?
She just wanted to know.
I'm just curious.
No, something
saw-
brought it up. Something brought up why
She
you
saw a
Googled
whisker and
cat
was like,
whiskers.
you know what? I wonder what these are about.
I think I was browsing through Pinterest and I saw some random thing pop up and I was like, oh wait, I have a question. So I went on over to my friend Google.
I just don't want you to ever make fun of me again for asking questions and Googling
No,
stuff.
here's the difference. In the middle of our podcast, you will stop and Google
Because
things.
otherwise, when we're done recording, I won't remember the questions. You know my mind.
Yeah.
50,000 thoughts at a time. I'll forget it.
Today I Googled, how do I edit TikTok videos? And that is a millennial for you. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm going to look at the most recent thing I Googled just for fun.
Same. This is a good game.
Okay, well, I Googled the restaurant that we were eating at because I wanted to look at their website.
I'm pretty sure that was my most recent was,
Oh no.
you probably win.
I'm gonna forego this.
What?
I Googled what makes hot Cheetos hot. Fun fact, it's chili powder and capsaicin.
I don't even know how to find my search history. Okay, hold on.
You go to Google and then just act like you're Googling something, like you're going to type it in.
Okay, let's do that.
I Googled. This makes me sound really ignorant, and I promise I'm not.
I love this game. Oh.
I Googled, what is fracking? Just because I wanted to know. Like, I've
Wait,
heard
what is
it.
it?
I don't know what that is.
It's like, there's all these people are talking about it, and it's like very politicalized. I don't know if that's even
I
a
don't
word.
even know what that means.
Politicized.
I know what,
Politicized.
I don't know what
So
fracking
it has to do with like the oil industry. And so it's supposedly, per Google, the process of injecting liquid at high pressure into subterranean rocks, boreholes, etc. so as to force open existing fissures and extract oil or gas. So it's the way that we're getting oil. And a lot of people are against fracking. They're like, this is evil, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Oh,
I've heard of it. I know it has to do with oil, but like, what is fracking?
it sounds way more fun than it is.
Also, I don't feel like that makes you ignorant. I didn't know what that
didn't know
was.
either.
Well, you're welcome. The more you know, guys.
Mhm.
I had to watch a lot of videos on how do I edit a TikTok video.
Did you figure it out?
I think so. I'll have to show you my draft later.
Okay.
My draft is most definitely a draft, and it's never leaving the drafts folder.
I love it.
Anyhow, what are we talking about tonight, Linz?
Lindsay, put your phone down.
Sorry,
Lindsay,
I
put
was
your phone
looking at
down.
Other things I was Googling.
This game's over.
All right, sorry. The game is over. We are talking about our most recent little ghost hunting expedition investigation. I have to find a word
Are
that's
you
not
going to come to
adventure.
terms with what it is?
It's a haunted investigation.
It's a haunted investigation. We went to a place local here in Kansas City.
We sure did.
Is it in Independence?
It's an
It's an
independence.
independence.
It is in Independence. So we went to Bingham-Waggoner.
Bingham-Waggoner. So this isn't super common, and they just recently
Beautiful
and
song intro.
It was kind of
you.
a last-minute place, wasn't it? Or
It was. Did
was-
you find it? No,
Um,
you found Dillingham Lewis.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they come across my Facebook feed because they know what I like. They're like,
Mhm.
"Hey, we think you might be interested in this," and I'm like, "You're fucking right.
you're right, I am.
So I
am
feel
interested.
like I feel like they just recently opened to paranormal investigations.
You are correct.
And
that-
Sarah will get to that. But you would, in Independence, you'll hear more about some place just down the street called the Vale Mansion.
Yep,
Which is on our to-do list
Coming up.
coming up.
sure is. You
But
guys
this
ready?
place was cool because I'd never heard of Bingham-Waggoner. I don't know if you guys had. I mean, you probably have.
I have not.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
And if nothing else, it was really cool to learn about a historical site here in Kansas
Mhm.
City/Independence. So
Definitely. Let's hear about the history.
let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So the Bingham-Waggoner.
Bingham-Waggoner.
Nailed it. You know what? I'm done.
I quit.
And that's our episode. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.
What was
I
I trying to say? A Hagner?
The Bingham Hag.
I don't know. But the Bingham-Waggoner Estate was built in 1827, and it was built along the Santa Fe Trail. And this is the location where wagons would set out for the West.
Is that why it's called Wagner?
It is not.
No.
Dang it.
Nice try, though.
Sorry.
Before roads were established, the estate grounds were considered a shortcut. So lots of people would go through there. Yeah, that's what a shortcut is.
Is that what a shortcut is?
Yeah.
Does that mean people go through there?
I'm trying to indicate that it was a high traffic area.
It was, okay, yes. Very popular.
Oh, in fact, my next sentence is, this was a high traffic location.
It's like you read your own mind in the future.
And now it's clarified.
In case you didn't know from the last sentence, it
You're
was
like,
high traffic.
Hey, Sarah, this is what you need to say.
And it had many owners, actually, between 1827 and 1878. It sits on 19 acres, which is a pretty large area, especially for independence. And the name Bingham-Waggoner, Lindsay, comes from some of its most famous residents, a 19th century artist and politician named George Caleb Bingham, and the Waggoner family.
George!
That's why we were drawn to this place.
Because of George.
George. Okay, George. Let's hear about George.
Yes.
Jorge.
Sure. George was a famous 19th century American artist and a Missouri politician. He was one of the home's most distinguished residents.
Oh, George, did he have a mustache? I bet he had a mustache.
I don't know, but we should Google images of George.
After
I have-
Sarah's done.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
you just need to wait.
Okay.
George Bingham moved into the home prior to the Civil War. There is another building near the house, and I don't know if you guys remember. You should remember. Well, Boydston should
I will remember.
Lindsay probably won't.
Uh-huh.
You know where we parked in the parking lot? We walked in between those buildings.
I remember
One of those was used as his studio. His studio, like an art studio.
It looks like a
His art.
garage.
Well, I think it's used differently now, but back
Okay.
in the time, it was used as.
But
his
that's the
art
same
studio.
building I'm thinking of, right? That looked like a garage slash...
Look kind of like a stable,
Oh,
almost.
yeah, like a stable.
Yeah, man, words are hard right now.
Okay.
For
I had
the
to
wagons.
really reach for the word stable.
Wagon stable.
So George painted his most famous painting titled Order Number 11 when Missouri was under martial law during the Civil War. I had to look up Order Number 11 because that's how I am.
It sounds like a takeout menu.
Number 11.
I'll take order number 11, please, on the side of ranch.
I don't think so during that time.
No, I don't think so either. That's why I'm excited to see what it means.
It was issued 4 days after the Lawrence, Kansas massacre
Oh.
of William Quantrell.
Yes, we've
Came
talked
and
about this
burned
on the
burned
podcast,
the town
right?
down.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've talked about it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So in an attempt to end the raids, General Thomas Ewing issued Order Number 11, which stated that if you couldn't prove your loyalty to the Union, that you would have to vacate the area for 15 days.
Whoa.
And this created quite a big uproar. Most people didn't want to do that. You know, Missouri was and still is fairly conservative,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want to do that. So those people who couldn't prove their loyalty had to move to military outpost. So it was kind of a hard time for them during this time.
Didn't they? I could be wrong, and I can edit this out. But
I was going to say, don't question me too hard about history because
I feel
that
like
took me a long time to get that part.
that painting
I was gonna ask
is
questions, but I didn't.
about like whenever they enacted martial law because of that.
It is. Well, it's titled the Order Number 11.
What? Linda, is that you?
Order Number 11.
What's up? Hey, Blair.
when it was under martial law during the Civil War.
Ah, nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to edit me out, like bumbling through that word right there.
Well, I never
Number
edit
11
Lindsay
is
out.
hard.
No, she makes me sound like an idiot all the time.
I do that really on my own well enough.
Well, the alcohol helps me sound like an idiot. I promise I'm intelligent sober.
Blame it on the
Not.
juice. Got me
I'm not. I
feeling
had to
loose.
really look up what
Blame it
order
on
number
the
11 was.
alcohol.
Is that little John over there?
It's me. It's me.
It's me, Lil John.
Hey, guys.
No, it's me, Little John.
Little John. It's me, Little John.
Little Linda.
Little Linda.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you. Ow.
Really.
There she is. She's glad to play.
I don't know why I said ow.
I do it all the time. I'm like, ow. I don't know why I said ow. It just is a reaction. I don't know.
That's my headphone. That didn't hurt me at all.
This fireball is making it hard to say. Okay, so this resulted in the displacement of many rural Americans during the Civil War.
That word is hard to say. I still can't say it.
The painting illustrated the human cost of the Order Number 11, and it became an important symbol of time. So again, the painting depicts the city burning as a result of countless raids by armed mobs after martial law was declared. So there you are. I mean, I know I've said that multiple times. There you go.
Nailed it.
Bingham sold the house to Mr. Francis Eames in 1870 and moved to Kansas City, and he later became the first mayor of Kansas City.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
First mayor. What's up?
In 1867, William Waggoner
Wagner.
bought the old city mill, and they quickly developed a reputation for producing the best in bakery and cake flours.
I love him already.
Their product was called the Queen of the Pantry.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, I'm the queen of my pantry.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so they purchased the home in 1879 and operated the nearby mill. William and his wife Elizabeth decided to enlarge the house to better accommodate their growing family and improve their lifestyle as permanent residents. In 1895 to 1899, the house grew from 6 to 26 rooms.
Whoa!
And went up to 3 stories.
A lot of rooms. That's a lot bigger than I remember it.
That's what she said.
I'm like, you probably don't remember much, Linda.
Well, no, I don't, but I don't remember 26 rooms.
It's humongous. That's what she said. The house was modernized with an intercom system
Ooh.
of speaking tubes and electricity, which, you gotta have that in this day and age. In 1925, steam heat was added throughout the house, as well as craftsman-style lights in the dining room. Also, at the time of remodeling, a carriage house, stable, chicken farrowing house, double outhouse, and a smokehouse were built on the west side of the estate.
A double outhouse.
What?
Gotta have 2, in case 2 people need to go at the same time.
But why is it a double? Oh,
'Cause
double.
For God's sake.
What?
I thought you said a double outhouse. I was like, what?
Why is it
Winston
double?
heard me. It's double.
I should understand what you're talking about, too. I was like, she didn't say 2 of them. Okay,
It's the devil's out. It really stinks like shit.
I thought you were saying it was for number 2.
Oh my gosh. You only go to the devil's outhouse when you gotta go number 2.
Yes, that's what I thought you were implying.
We
I was
have
like,
a regular outhouse and a devil's outhouse.
I was like, they had some weird names for things back then.
I mean, they totally did. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Woo, I'm here. We're there. It's okay.
I'm here. We're there. The home remained in the family for generations. They lived in the home until 1976 when Harry Wagner died. It's now a museum, but over 90% of the furnishings, carpets, and paintings are original to the home.
Which you cannot sit on.
Yeah, you're right. You can't.
No, we couldn't sit on anything.
Yeah,
Just the floor.
Floor.
Which we did. We did a lot.
I don't even know if we're supposed to do that, but we did.
I mean, it gets old trying to stand for 8 hours. Or
My back
whatever.
hurts.
Yeah.
We're old.
When you spend more than 10 minutes in a room.
My
Yeah, I gotta
arthritis
sit
acts
down.
up.
We sat on the rugs. Sorry.
Okay, a little fun fact I wrote in here. First of all, there was a wine fest here in 2019,
What?
and I'm annoyed that I'm just now finding out about it.
Yeah.
I missed it.
On the property, so keep your eyes peeled. 2021.
When COVID's over.
Yeah,
We're hoping and praying it's gone.
I'm hoping 2021, but maybe after that. I don't know.
Only
Sounds
if
like it was an annual thing for them.
Only if it doesn't conflict with the Mothman Festival.
We're going to that, yes.
Forgot about that, but yes,
That's
we're
in
going to both.
September, so
This is probably around the same time. We can make both happen.
we
I
can
think.
do it all.
Mothman 5K, wine festival.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Mhm.
I don't remember committing to a 5K.
The whole month of October's got to be blocked out. Also, let's just be real.
I remember saying okay to a wine fest, and
We can
wine
walk.
I'm okay
we
with.
can walk the 5K while drinking wine.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we're gonna get discontinued.
No, we'll have our Yetis. They
Disqualified.
won't know. We'll have our Yetis. They don't know. Okay.
Well, you just told them.
Discontinued.
Ignore what I just said. It was all an illusion.
Okay.
What?
What is
Oh,
that?
on the illusion?
Lindsay.
Did you say on the illusion?
It was all in illusion.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, continue.
All right.
Poison's getting on to me. That means I'm sounding stupid.
All right. So Apex Paranormal is the group that mostly leads the investigations, and I think they just started in 2019. I could be wrong, but I think they spoke about how it's fairly new for them as well. They've been interviewed a few times on the news regarding the paranormal history. So they shared that the original ledger is on the desk in the front room that shows dates and income that go in and out during their time when they were living there, I guess. I think it was from the Waggoner time.
Okay.
In the sitting room, there's a piano with a bench that was made by a prisoner from the Missouri State Penitentiary.
Oh, look at that.
It's also got a sign on it that says, please don't move.
Probably also don't sit.
Yeah. All of our places are coming together. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, they think it, helps lead to the energy in the house. They claim to have heard a female yelling upstairs during one of their investigations, and also hearing a male coughing and yelling upstairs while they were downstairs. Their shadow detector has gone off multiple times in the basement.
Okay.
And at the bottom of the stairs, people have claimed to have seen a female coming down the stairs in her wedding dress.
Ooh.
Okay, and I looked back through my notes, which were not very thorough.
I didn't take notes.
2 out of 10 job on my notes.
So, little fun fact here. Lindsay was slightly intoxicated at the beginning of this.
It was amazing.
Slightly.
It was the best time ever.
And normally I'm the one taking the notes while they're giving us all the history, and I keep it on my phone and then we review it. I was not able to do that.
But
and
also,
that's okay.
We were late, so we didn't get the history.
That's true, too.
Yeah, but we went in, and I'm pretty sure they gave us like a pretty thorough historical background when we walked. I mean, don't you remember the history? Because they split it between like the paranormal group and the historical society. They had to stay there all night.
Mm-hmm.
And the historical society people like tagged along and gave us all their history of everything. It was a long and thorough, very thorough, good explanation. A lot of which I don't remember. And I did not take great notes. So like I said, 2 out of 10. But sometime I wrote in my note, not sure why I have this written in my notes, but I heard a male voice talking to me in the basement. I don't know what I'm talking about there.
Okay.
But I literally wrote like six lines, and that was one of them. I have no idea.
Let's talk about... Okay.
Those were just all the history and the paranormal history and what I had written in my notes. So, okay. You guys want to jump into our investigation?
Let's do it. So, yeah, we came in a little late, and everybody was...
Shocker.
Because McDonald's screwed me over.
I forgot that we went to McDonald's. Well, we recorded, I think, before.
We recorded
we
before.
went there after.
I know. I'm like, why?
I don't know.
Why am I talking about McDonald's in the recording?
Maybe
then?
It was after one of our other investigations another night.
But we recorded before, which is why I had been drinking.
Of course.
I don't remember the first part of the evening.
Yeah, so we walked up, and everybody was outside. They were giving us an outside history. So while we were outside, like we had just walked up, like I'm trying to keep Lindsay in line because I was on Lindsay duty half the night. She was out of control. I had to nudge her. I had to be like, shh, stop. And I had to tell her, don't touch things.
Out of control makes me sound terrible. Like
It's
I was
not.
like wanting to jump on the furniture. I wasn't that bad. I just wanted to talk.
I mean, let me just rephrase that we were with the Historical Society.
Yeah, so I had to act sober.
And so, no, that's not what I mean. But I'm like, that just gives you an idea of like half the group that we were with.
They were very
so.
serious. And
Yeah.
I remember at one point I started to ask a question and Boydson just pulled on my shirt and said, nope, no.
And
I was
no,
like,
we're not going to ask that.
Okay, no talking.
But let me start by saying that this house is beautiful.
It's
gorgeous.
huge. It's so pretty.
Yeah, so it is huge and stunning, and they've done an excellent job of keeping it up. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
So we walk up and everybody's standing outside, like Boydson said, and they're standing out in the front porch area. We're standing kind of out on the lawn.
Keeping Lindsay away from everybody.
She's keeping Lindsay away. And I just happened to glance up, and this, like I mentioned, this place is huge. So like on the 3rd floor in one of the windows, I can see a person passing by just briefly. And I didn't really think anything of it. And then it kind of registered like, I don't think that person's actually in there.
I think that's a live person.
Since we were all outside.
Yeah. And I think I even asked,
Mm-hmm.
is there anybody else inside of the house right now? And he said, no, we're all outside right now. And I was like, okay. And then, while I'm researching this place, I heard the interviews from Apex Paranormal, and they had mentioned about the woman in the wedding dress. And I think that's who I saw. I think I saw a woman with dark hair in a white dress passing by the window. It just happened.
That's amazing.
Like right whenever we got there, essentially.
Literally right when we got there.
I wish I remembered that.
I know, because that was like the most exciting thing of the night for me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
So let's go floor by floor.
Sure.
You want to start top or bottom?
That's
what she said.
Okay, I get it. I got it. I'm still like in a house.
Do you want to start top or bottom?
No, we got it. Thanks.
Yeah, I got you. I got the joke.
I thought that was clever, but apparently not if I have to explain it.
It just took me a
It's
second.
okay. I thought that was good.
Let me just drink some more of this red
Yes,
apple.
please.
Let's
My fireball finally wore off enough for me to finish my story. My God.
Let's go
that
to
was
the
a struggle.
basement first. Let's
Oh, okay.
start from the bottom up to the top.
You want to be on bottom first. Got it.
I feel like
Started
we finished
from the bottom. Now we here.
I feel like we finished on the top, so let's start at the bottom.
Sure, let's go there. Let's go to the basement.
Okay.
So in the basement is it's like an old basement, old unfinished basement.
Concrete.
But it's got a farm of Christmas trees.
Yes, it did.
Lindsay
Tons of decorations.
ran over to the Christmas trees and she started hugging them.
About that. I remember the Christmas trees. I hugged them.
You did, and you made me take your picture.
Oh my goodness. Do you still have this?
I sure
Oh,
do.
No.
Yay!
This was before Christmas. Obviously, this was before Thanksgiving even, so I think I was
Yeah.
just very
It was
excited
before
about
Halloween.
Christmas.
It was surprising to see, like, I don't know, 20 Christmas trees down there.
Because they hadn't decorated the house, but they said, I remember them talking about this,
Yeah.
that they decorate the whole house for Christmas.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine how beautiful it is?
And
with
I
those
remember
trees?
saying that. I was like, this will be so pretty at Christmas.
Right.
And you're right. It was before Halloween. Oh no. No.
Yeah. Oh my God, I don't remember those lights all being on.
Oh, look how happy I am. I've got my eyes closed and I'm just hugging the tree.
There's no lights. There's no decorations on the tree.
It's just a
It's just a
Christmas tree
tree.
in a basement
Well,
of a haunted house.
When were those lights turned on like the ceiling? Did we turn them off? I don't know.
I
Doesn't
do
matter.
remember that part where the lights were all on and we had to keep turning them off. Like the lights were all on, the
Yeah.
fans were going because it was warm.
The historical person, he didn't really want to turn on the lights, off the lights.
Yes,
And
I remember that. He's
Then
like,
finally enough people asked him and he's like, I can turn some of the lights off.
I remember.
we're like,
that,
dude,
yeah.
how are we supposed to ghost hunt when it's like every light is on in
Yeah.
the rooms?
I think he wanted everybody to like look at all the stuff and be
Yes.
all over
I
it.
can come look at the stuff from 9 to 5. I'm here at midnight, dude. I ain't here
I
for
know.
the stuff.
I know. He was not here for that, but it's fine.
So there was Christmas trees that I liked. I forgot about that.
The basement was cool though. There was like a small room down there. Yeah, that we went and sat in.
It's like the little furnace room, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then a door. And then a door that led to kind of nowhere out
Mhm.
to the outside. I don't know.
Pieces are coming back to me, yes.
There's my hand motions again. It helps me think. Okay.
So we got there's a lot of dust in the house, so we have a lot of dust on pictures. However, I think I did get an orb or two downstairs in the basement, and then dowsing rod responses,
Uh-huh.
which I appreciated.
Appreciate it.
We were sitting kind of in the main area where all the Christmas trees were, and with Sarah had her back to the furnace room, and she said that she heard like a stomach growl in the back room, and so that's whenever we went back into that room to investigate.
And none of us claimed the stomach growl.
No.
Okay.
But we probably didn't hear it on a recording either.
Nope.
And I have also that we had dowsing rod responses with William.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that's funny because
Oh, William Waggoner is the name of one of the owners.
Yes.
we also used a spirit box, and William was said.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I had a possible EVP. I'm not really sure what it says, so we'll see if we can isolate it and insert it here.
Are you talking about the one you showed us earlier?
Mm-hmm.
No, that sounds great. I think that
was
sounds awesome,
during
but it's
a-
hard to tell what it says.
It's hard to tell what it says, and it was during a dowsing rod session because you can hear Boydson saying, "Can you reset, please?" Which is
Yeah.
what she says when we're getting responses.
Thank you. Can you reset, please? Thank you. Can you reset, please? Thank you. Can you reset, please?
Listen, we're getting better at like calling out what we make noises about, like, oh, sorry, I moved, or
Yeah,
Right.
we are.
so we're learning, but none of us claimed to whisper at that time.
No, we would. And I think that also we know what the other sounds like enough.
Yeah.
Like, I can
We
tell
spend a
when
lot of
it's
time
one
together.
of you guys. And I can also tell when it's, I will say this about the whole experience. There was a lot of people there.
Yes.
You can hear everyone.
There's a lot of footsteps, a lot of background talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so while I was listening to this one recording, there's this possible voice that I can't tell what it's saying. And then halfway through, more people come down in the basement and I can
Yeah.
hear them whispering and talking. So I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And
for
I
sure.
feel like all of us can do that too.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Okay. So that's pretty much all we got in the basement, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The only thing I have left to add is Sarah felt
Oh.
a tingling
That was down there.
sensation in her right arm.
Yes, I'm not sure if I was having a stroke or if it was my tail. I don't know. That's usually my tail, though.
I will tell you right now, you were not having a stroke.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think you were either.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So let's move upstairs to the main floor.
Yeah. Which was
Um,
awesome. I mean, the
it
whole
was
house was
beautiful.
awesome. But yeah.
It's all very well preserved, like we said. Furniture.
Lots of century pieces,
Paintings.
lots of just things
Old-timey,
original.
old-timey stuff.
It looks like a museum. Like, it really does.
Yeah. I think it is.
I think it might be.
It is a museum.
I mean, it looks like a museum because it is a museum. Like, compared
Profound
to
words from Lindsay,
compared to like places we go that are abandoned sometimes,
and
they're
not
like,
museums.
yeah, like Missouri State Pen or Squirrel Cage, where like
Yeah.
stuff looks like it's falling apart.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was
you're right.
a different experience. I feel like.
Yeah, like when you walk in, there was the front room where the ledger book was, and the office table, and then the sitting room, I guess is what they called it, with the piano.
Right.
And then just beyond that is the stairway that is huge and just gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
It is very pretty.
Huge. Okay, so then right beyond that, what did I call that? The eating room?
The eatery,
Eatery.
The eatery.
which others call a dining room.
Yes.
It's
Most
this
people know it as a
giant
dining
dining
room.
room.
I do
Giant
re-
table. It's so nice.
I
It's
do
a fit
remember
for a
this.
king.
I remember this room just because Boydson had her hand on my shirt the entire time because I kept wanting to go and touch things.
We took a lot of selfies in that room, and we didn't really spend a whole lot of time like investigating, but we took a lot of selfies
I
there.
just remember that room.
But there's a door that goes just beyond that to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And they have it set up where it's just it throws you back 100 years.
It's like a
So
walk-in
cool.
fridge, right? Too.
Yeah, you've got like kitchen with
Stove.
nothing modern.
Yeah,
Right.
And then you
right.
have the walk-in refrigerator.
Because
and
I went in there.
freezer.
I went
It's
in there.
huge. It's like the size of a closet.
Yeah, it's like a walk-in
Yeah.
closet.
But it's a refrigerator.
It was just beautiful. I don't know that we did a lot of. We tried to investigate in the piano room, but there was lots of talking.
Well, because the main floor is where the Historical Society members
Yeah.
were hanging out, and Apex Paranormal was hanging out. So
We
there
couldn't
was a
turn
lot
the
of
lights all the
noises.
way off either.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was too much
But-
going on.
But still, it was a cool time down there. So
Mhm.
we spent a lot of time on the second and third floor. So let's go to the second floor.
Second floor, so many beautiful rooms, like
Oh my
large,
gosh, so many.
giant beds, nice of.
It was like a museum.
I'm just laughing. I'm sorry. Continue.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at because you're like, there's so many beautiful rooms. There's like so many beautiful rooms.
But there are.
I know.
I don't
but
know how
she's
else to explain it.
She's just echoing everything you're saying, and I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, now I'm going to be paranoid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was also laughing because I only remember one room on the second floor.
I think I'm saying so many because I don't remember how many. I think there was like 5?
I remember the grandparents' room.
5, I think, in the bathroom.
So each room had kind of its own little theme. There was, I think, an office area. There was the grandparents' room, which we'll get to.
Oh, yes,
there
I
was
do
the
remember
kids'
these.
room. This is
Oh, yes, so many rooms.
No.
It's interesting because they, in the front part of the house, I feel like they sectioned off a couple of rooms into really small rooms and to really small bedrooms, maybe like 3. So that's why I can't remember how many are on that floor.
Yeah.
But definitely a couple in the front of the house.
all these rooms. We had, like we said earlier, there was lots of background noises. There were, well, it is a large house. It's not a mansion, and
It's an estate. I don't know what the difference
there
is.
were
but
several people just wandering around doing their own investigations. But obviously, you can't just be silent. So
Right.
we
Right.
could hear other people. The time that Sarah and Lindsay spent the most time the room that Sarah and Lindsay spent the most time in
There we go.
is the grandparents' room.
Yes.
Because it had a nice, comfy rug for you to take a nap on.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
I knew this was going to come up. So let me
Wait,
say.
are you sure you want to tell this story? Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So let me say first, like we've been talking about, I had been drinking. Secondly, I had just come back from camping that day, so it's not like I had been getting a lot of sleep. And we were not allowed to sit on the furniture, so we were on the ground, like on this
Yeah.
rug, doing an EVP session, if I remember correctly. And at one point, me and Sarah just laid down. I think we both fell asleep.
I would try really hard to stay awake, but also it was kind of hot, so like they had an AC unit going in the room that would just like lull you to sleep.
Lulled us to sleep. And I
I'd be
remember
like-
waking up and Boydson had left.
I didn't fully fall asleep, but I probably nodded off at least.
I think I nodded off, and then I heard her leave.
So what happened was we were trying to do an EVP, and like I was the only one asking questions, and I kept being like, "You guys," and then finally I was like, "Okay, well, they're done." So I just took the recorder. I set up night vision, and I just took the recorder and just walked around by myself.
And when you left, I like heard you leave, and I said to Sarah, "Did she leave?" And you're like, "Yeah, I think she was mad at us because we fell asleep."
It's true though.
And then they fall back asleep.
No, we got up after that.
No, you
I
did
think
not.
I've said this before though. Like I have a hard time staying awake, anyways. But then like put me in a small house where we spend long periods of time in these rooms, and I'm done. Like I got to move around. I did fine at MSP because I think we were just
We were moving
up
so much,
walking
yeah.
around, and there were so many people. Blah,
And
blah.
this place only went till 2 a.m. It wasn't late
I
for
was
me.
that was late for me.
It
Anyhow,
was just the drinking and then the
well,
camping, and I was tired.
I got some of the recordings from there, from Grandma and Grandpa's room. We called it, or Lindsay
Yeah.
did on her vlogging.
I did.
We're at Grandma and Grandpa's room, and then I go,
Aren't you so glad of my vlog?
I think her name is Mary, and Boyson finally looks up. She goes, "It's Mary," and I was like, "Yes, I knew it." In this recording, it's so funny. And then it's like, and the Grandpa's name was Peter, and I was like, Peter, Pumpkin Eater, are you there? And I'm sorry if I was
You
just
said
back.
Peter Pumpkin Eater. Stop it. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh
What was your
my gosh.
contribution while you were half asleep? I was like, I think that was the point where I was like, okay, we're done here.
We just
I
stopped
was trying to
asking
stay awake. Peter, Pumpkin Eater, are you there? And it was like,
I think also, so this was like nearing the end of the night. I think also we weren't getting a lot, and there was a lot of people
Yeah.
around, and we were probably
it was
just
so
like,
hard to hear anything.
we were probably like getting tired.
And
of
I
it.
refuse. I'm the one that refuses to give up, and I make
I
them
know.
stay till the last minute.
She does,
Which is
make us
fine. I
stay.
don't mind staying till the last minute.
Yeah, I
but
don't mind
you gotta give me a little when I fall asleep for just a minute. I just need a minute.
Yeah, and then we
I
were
was
fine.
walking around for a good 20 minutes by myself.
And then I got back up and finished the investigation.
What if I was possessed in that time?
I
couldn't
think
wait
you
to
would
hear
have been
about
fine. I think you would have been fine.
So we got up though. We finished walking around though. There was a room though that was kind of, how many times am I going to say though? Across the hall.
Though,
And I don't know how else to explain it, but there was a door that led to like a balcony outside
yes.
and a bed that was kind of in the corner.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what kind of
And
room,
they
but
had
I
dolls
can
sitting
visualize
on
it.
the bed, and we sat in the
So
corner.
many dolls all the time.
It was a pretty
That was
small
the children's room, yes.
Is that right? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, it was a pretty small room. We sat in there for a little while.
I don't feel like we got anything in the children's room though.
No,
Did
no,
we?
I don't think so.
We went upstairs.
So the third floor. Are we ready to move
The
up?
third floor.
Let's do it.
So the third floor has this big kind of like room when you walk up, and it's got this huge model.
It's just a big open area. Mostly.
It's a big open area with this model, basically, of the grounds. Like you said, it's how many acres?
19.
19 acres.
Yeah.
So it's got this model that has the whole grounds, which is actually really cool to look at. And then it sections off to rooms. So we spent a lot of time up there, even though it was hot.
Don't forget the vintage games and toys.
Vintage games and toys as well, yes.
Was this where like the maids would stay on
Yes.
the third floor?
Mm-hmm.
The
We
maids
weren't
and
allowed to go
servants.
into their rooms. They were closed off. The doors were.
Some of them, but we could go
Yeah.
into some rooms.
Yes.
So we went into one room and did an EVP session there, and some spirit box as well. And this is actually the room that you think that you saw the
This
woman.
woman, yeah.
So we did a spirit box section.
There's a section.
Section. So first off, I was really pissed off about McDonald's.
This was your session. Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, so we did this on a Saturday night like we normally do. I had been camping all week with my husband's side of the family and my kids' cousins. And we got back literally that day, and like I'd been home like 2 hours before we went out.
Yeah.
Which was why I was so tired. But we did, while we were doing the spirit box, we were getting tons of responses. One of them said cousin and then Wood, back to back. And I feel like you guys probably know this by now. Wood is my last name.
Yeah.
And
what?
So,
oh my God. You're Lindsay Wood?
I'm Lindsay Wood. And so we call my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's kids and my kids, they're called the Wood cousins. And so I was like, we were just all with the Wood cousins.
See, I don't remember that during that night. I mean, I recognize that now talking to you, but I don't remember it.
So it said cousin and Wood, like back to back. Sarah, you reported feeling a tingling feeling on your left shoulder this time.
Okay, yeah.
And you said that, and 30 seconds later, the spirit box said shoulder.
Okay, see? I think that's the same room, right? That the woman I saw walking across.
And then I reported feeling like a cold draft on my right side.
Yeah.
Which, I think we mentioned this, like it's hot up there on the third floor. They have lots of fans running, which is why we probably don't have very much EVP from there because the fans are just so loud. So I was feeling a cold draft on my right side shortly after that. And then a little bit after that, we got on the spirit box proof and then contact, like back to back.
Interesting.
We were asking questions. We said, what was your job here? Because, they said this was the servants' quarters. We said, what was your job here? And they said, responsible. And then I think I caught something too. I'm not sure if it's one of us moving. Like Sarah said, we kind of have been able to pick out when one of us is moving. And right before there was a bang, and that was Sarah. And she goes, sorry, that was me.
Yeah.
And then I hear something like footsteps, maybe something in the background. And this was at the very end of the night. So we were one of the few left.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not sure what that is. A little bit later, we got Anne was said over on the spirit box. So like we were talking to an Anne. And then a few minutes later, Wood came out again. Again. So they said my last name twice.
Interesting.
So that's what I got on my recording when I listened back. And they kept talking about the bathroom. They kept saying bathtub, bathroom, things like that. And the bathroom was actually next door to us. And I got up at one point to go take pictures because I needed a job. And I think Boydston was like, why don't you go take pictures? This. Yes. She literally did the recording. She's like, Lindsay, why don't you go take pictures? And I was like, okay.
Which we went there. I don't know if it was right after that, but we did go to the bathroom.
We sat in the corner. It was like this weird shaped bathroom with a curved wall.
It was very weird.
But we in the corner.
We sat
non-functional bathroom.
Right. Wasted space.
We know that because there was a sign on the toilet
that says, do not pee here.
But yeah, no, this is where I got on whatever I listened to. We were doing the spirit box, and it seems kind of random things until Lindsay asked, what is the history of this place? Because she didn't remember me telling all about it on the drive over there.
I don't remember the drive over there. I don't remember from the moment we left your house till the moment, well, several moments later when we got there.
So she pulls up the history. Okay. She's reading it.
I'm Googling.
And then the box says reading. And then whenever it says departure, and then soon after that we leave.
Ooh.
So.
Interesting.
Lots of spirit box. In fact,
we did get a lot of spirit box responses the whole night.
Yeah. So we spent a little time in a nook outside of the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
I think it was maybe a storage area. I don't really know. There wasn't anything over there. But I maybe think we heard a child voice or maybe a ghost cat. I don't know.
A ghost cat, another one? What?
It was like a meow.
Maybe it's a child.
Meow. A child saying meow, yes.
I don't remember hearing a cat while we were there.
No, I didn't hear any cat while we were there.
There was definitely no animals there. Like we said, this is like a museum.
Yes, but you can hear something. And then just shortly after that, the spirit box says Catherine. And we speak to Catherine a lot. We were trying to engage with her and get her to respond. And shortly after she says Catherine, we get lots of responses on the spirit box that say Black Master, Ring, Inside, Sir, Negative, and Enemy.
Not so great things.
Not so great things.
No.
So, but just interesting.
Yeah. And I will say, like, listening back on some of these, the spirit box was going nonstop.
Right.
Like, I only picked out the moments that I felt like were pertinent, that we were getting intelligent responses, but it was spitting out words nonstop, almost every room we were at in the 3rd floor.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point. We got a lot of intelligent responses on the spirit box that night.
Mm-hmm.
That made a lot of sense to what we were talking to.
And we got some orbs as well, right?
Yeah, just a few. Like I said, there's lots of dust in the house, but there were, I want to say 2 or 3 moments where I could pick out, like, it's different. You know,
Yeah.
There's not a whole bunch of other dust particles in the air. It's just one singular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's talk. Is it haunted? Maybe.
Wait.
Okay, what?
So, when we were leaving,
Uh-oh. What's this about
we went
me?
down the stairs to the 1st floor.
Yes.
Passed by the bathroom. So we went in a line. Of course, we can't go all down the stairs side by side.
Yes, I
So,
forgot about this.
Oh, I did
Lindsay went down. Did Lindsay go down first?
Hold on.
So
don't
Lindsay and I were kind of together
think
when we
so.
went down, and then
Maybe I went first and then you guys were after me. Okay.
no, Lindsay and I went down pretty close together at first, and then it's a staircase where you go down and then you hit a wall, so you have to do an immediate U-turn.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
Lindsay and I are going down. We hit the bottom. I do a U-turn, and out of the corner of my eye, I see in the moment I thought was Sarah, and I just kept going, and then Sarah talks from the top of the stairs. So
It wasn't me.
it wasn't Sarah.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Which I thought, we hadn't listened back to anything. So in my idea, we hadn't gotten much of anything at all. this
Other than
entire
you
night.
seeing someone.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I know I saw somebody out of the corner of my eye, and it wasn't Lindsay or myself.
No,
And
because
We
that was
saw the
Sarah-
same person.
Sarah was
that
at
I
the top of the
did.
stairs. She hadn't come down yet. So yeah, maybe we did.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Now that we're talking about all of our evidence, I think I'm here to say that it's probably haunted.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just haunted in a different way than I think we're used to seeing.
Yeah. It's not like a in your face. I don't know. It's mild.
Yeah. Like a very friendly,
Yeah.
positive,
Like lots of residual energy.
Yes.
And yeah.
things come and go
Mm-hmm.
as they please. It's not like anything resides there permanently, I don't think.
Right.
I think so.
Yeah.
We definitely caught some things. I know what I saw. She knows what she saw.
I know what I saw. I saw what I saw.
Lindsay,
I don't think it's haunted.
you don't remember 90% of the investigation.
No, the first beginning of it. So no, I don't remember the first part of it.
Which is where I saw what I saw.
I will also say,
Lindsay doesn't believe.
A, because
Me.
we arrived late, and B, because I feel like the Historical Society was there. Like, there was not a lot. Like, they didn't tell us about the haunted history behind the place.
Yeah.
So, like, we didn't know about the lady in white. We didn't know
I didn't know about that. Yeah, you're right.
We didn't know about, like, what other people experienced there. Like, I feel like we kind of went into this place blind. Like, I didn't, know anything about the
Well,
history.
you did.
Sometimes I think that that's okay, though. Like, to not know
Yeah.
about the history.
I also
of
like
it.
to know, though, like, what other people experience there. Why they
Oh,
think
do
it's
you?
haunted. I like to know
Mm.
that. Maybe that's just me.
I mean, I do. I do like to know, but I also don't mind, like, going into it just kind of...
Having your own experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I get both sides.
This was definitely, like, go into it, have your own experience, and see what happens.
Yeah, it wasn't led like really at all. It was kind of just like, you guys go and do your thing.
Yeah, I will say it was pretty validating, though, seeing that interview, having
Yeah.
the woman in her wedding dress, and I was like, oh my God, I saw that person.
Did they give any history about the woman in the wedding dress?
No, they just said multiple people have seen her here.
Interesting.
And that's exactly who I saw walking across the window there.
Interesting. Okay.
I have like I said, it's nothing scary there
yeah,
at all.
right.
No.
And I think that's why the Historical Society doesn't want to buy
Yeah.
into it so much. They don't want to label it as anything scary because it's really not. Like, even if it's
I don't think
haunted, it's
any
not
of the
scary.
three of us got scared or uncomfortable or anything
Yeah.
at any point in the night.
No,
But
usually
definitely cool.
my tell is like an internal fear that you just kind of can't control.
Right.
But like while they were taking their nap, I was able to walk around the entire floor by myself, and
And you did fine.
usually I cannot do that.
Yeah.
I won't leave an area without somebody with
Yeah.
me in
Yeah.
the normal places that we go.
And I'll go off on my own normally, and I'm fine with it. But there was no, like, really, I mean, you said the lights were all on. I don't like the dark. There was no
Yeah.
creepy places where I felt unsettled or anything like that.
I mean, definitely a cool place. Should
Yeah.
totally check out. The museum is, I mean, it's beautiful.
They've
It's
done a
beautiful
great
place.
job preserving it. Yeah.
And obviously, when they start their wine festival, we will be back.
Yes. And
As long as it's not when the Mothman 5K is, yes.
yes. And sorry, Bingham-Waggoner, that I do not remember the first half of the investigation.
We loved it. Thank you for our time there. And we'll be back.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun
For
to
sure.
go back.
So that's all we have for this week, yeah?
That's all I have. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. We will catch you guys next week. You can always catch us on the www. Hold on.
How many W's? Yeah.
Rewind. You can always catch us at www.thetipsyghost.com to find all of our socials and links from there.
You know don't have to put the W's in front, right?
I know, but I wanted to.
Okay.
Just so they know.
There's also
You can type it.
there's also a link to our Patreon where you can donate or join and become a patron. And
Don't get on to me. Don't get on to me when you're struggling too there.
It's
We're almost
fine.
there.
It's fine. It's fine. And also on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating and a great review. It really helps.
It
Sure does.
Thank you guys so much for catching us this week. We will talk to you guys next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.